Hi, it's TV Fangirl, and I'm in a much better mood today than I was yesterday. I finally got the new episode posted on YouTube, and it was posted around 1 o'clock a.m. Western Time and 4 Eastern Time, so I'm pretty sure no one saw it yet. But, what I did, Final Cut eventually did open after I cried for about an hour and a half. And what I did, because after I exported it for a third time, it still wasn't sending to YouTube. So I did fix the mistakes. And what I did is I put it into iMovie, because I know iMovie makes smaller video files, because I know even my longest projects, I know What the Fanfiction was 2 hours long, and it wasn't that big of a file. And I know Adrian's Return, once I put all those files together, it wasn't that big either. So, I put it in iMovie. That took about 2 hours to import, and then I put it into YouTube. So I'm really happy that's there, and it was like a New Year's miracle, because I woke up this morning, it's like, oh my god, it posted, oh my god. And I went back to sleep, so. I'm also here to do a vlog on the Hunger Games movie, since I did see it a few days ago. The first one, because I already saw the second one before I saw the first one, so that's a little weird, I know, but the second movie got me into the fandom in general. I did a vlog on this earlier, though the problem was it was fake, because I said, oh, the video's almost done and everything, and then I found out, oh, it's not working, so yeah, I had to scrap that vlog. I was very sad, too. But I enjoyed the movie, though. I preferred the book, because it felt more normal pace. I mean, the movie was a little rushed. There was so many things I could point out that was wrong, because I know in the book there was some similarities and then there were some differences. Like, for example, Haymitch wasn't drunk enough. Prim's character is totally different from the book, because I know in the book she's a little more braver, even though, she's a little more of a damsel, but, I know in the first chapter, she says, oh, I'm gonna protect you, Katniss, I'm gonna join the Hunger Games, and then Katniss is like, oh, no, you don't, and then she's like, I volunteer, but here it's like, I don't wanna go, please don't let me go, I volunteer. So, those are the two smaller ones, but a big one for me was the ending, because you only see Peeta around 20 minutes of the whole film, and the chemistry between Katniss and him is so awkward, rather than in the book where it seemed actually natural. Here it's like, we're forced to be together, I guess we can do this together. And it's like, this doesn't seem so romantic at all. This just feels weird. And another problem, Katniss does not represent herself very well. And, in the book, you know what she's going through. You know what she has to go up against. Here, she seems a little, catty. Or arrogant. She just lashes out at everyone. And yes, she does it in the book, but, in the movie, it's more of a third-person perspective, so you really don't know what Katniss is thinking unless you read the book. And I know I watched the movie with my brother and my father, who haven't read the book at all, and know nothing about the fandom whatsoever, other than it's about kids trying to kill each other. And they're like, well, I'm a little confused. Why did she do that? I'm like, well, because this is all that's happening to her, and she doesn't like what's going on. They're like, oh, okay. But, if you aren't familiar with the books, you're not gonna know what Katniss is thinking, because it's a lot what she's dealing with. And I don't like how you see the rest of the tributes in the arena very little, because Rue's character, she was in the book for 4 or 5 chapters. In the movie, you only see her for 5 minutes, and then she's killed off, and it just felt really rushed. You're supposed to create that bond between these two characters, and yet the filmmaker failed to do so. I cried during the reading of Rue's death. In the movie, I'm like, okay, yeah, it's the filmmaker's fault. We couldn't really feel anything for her. So, also, you don't get to see any other of the tributes that long either, because they were killed off instantly and never given a specific character. Because I know there's some references of Foxface doing some strange things, but you only see her once through the entire movie, not including the interview section. And even that, you don't even see her, but in the book, you don't really see her doing the interview either. You just see her watching, but not really explaining who they are. So, yeah, I did enjoy the movie. It's just, I just prefer the book. And it's not like a movie I will never watch again. I do plan on watching it. It's a good sleepover movie. So what are some updates for 2014? Well, since the podcast is on hiatus until June, I'm planning on doing a mini-series. I don't want to spoil what it is, but it's a mini-series, and it's not really a review series either. It's a parody, but not a review like you would see Chibi Fangirl doing, and Chibi Fangirl's barely in it either. Yeah, I want to be a surprise. It's nearly done. The script is done. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing, and my New Year's resolution is not to rely on others when it comes to these videos, because we have some problems. Like, I'll ask people for deadlines, and I get it weeks later, and it's not fair to both of us, because I know they have reviews to do, and I have my review to do, and I have deadlines. So, what I'm trying to do with the cameos is one person will, if I really need a specific person, then, I'll call them in, but I'm trying not to do it as frequently as I did, with every single episode. So, I never gave these people a break. So, what I'm gonna do is only add them if I really need them, or for specials or crossovers. So, that's my plan. And like I said, the podcast will be back in June, and Chibi Fangirl will still be running on. And another change I made to the calendar is, instead of February and March doing the best and worst romances, I'm gonna do a comparison all through February, kind of like how I did the Separate Peace episode. Just because I feel I'm wasting too much time explaining it, and Valentine's Day is only 1 month, so, well, 1 month, 1 day of that month, so it kind of feels weird having the best romances in March, and then again, if I change it, having the worst, it doesn't make any sense either. So what I'm going to do is get a comparison. Hunger Games will be in that, though I'm not telling you what I'm comparing it to. It's kind of similar to literature analogies, except I'm comparing certain character development. I'm not sure if I will do the Hunger Games book or movie. Then again, the movie wasn't that great when it came to the relationships, so I might do the book. So that is my plan for 2014. I hope you enjoyed the countdown, because I spent my hard work doing that for you guys. You're welcome. So, alright, that's all. Happy New Year.